אני מודה לנשיא ארצות
That was a full speech by U.S. President Donald Trump before the Israeli Knesset. The American president said that the Middle East will be a magnificent region soon. Trump was addressing the Israeli parliament ahead of coming to the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh to participate at the Peace Summit. He said that the day marks a historical dawn for a new Middle East. He described the White House Special Envoy Steve Witkoff as a great man, and peace would not have been achieved without his presence. He also expressed appreciation to the Arab and Islamic countries that helped each other and reaching a deal to end war on Gaza. He said the Middle East region is heading toward a golden era and Arab and Islamic countries are peace partners. Trump said that by the ceasefire deal, a painful nightmare for the Israelis and Palestinians has ended. He said hatred this speech has fruited nothing but murder and destruction. U.S. President Donald Trump said that day marks not only an end to the war, but a start of an era of peace and coexistence in the region. He said the basis for development must be boosted in Gaza for its people to achieve flourishing future that they deserve. He also said he was able to end 8 wars in just 8 months. Trump said he is working on settling the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. The U.S. president said it will be great to seal a peace deal with Iran also. The U.S. president was also saying in his speech before the Knesset that he held the return of hostages today, and this is marking actually a great pleasure and great success for Israel. And he said that the phase of horror is ending and a new era of hope and success to the region is starting, and he wished the Middle East a great future. He also exerted a great effort, as he said, in order to reach this peace settlement, and he appreciated the Arab nations, the Arab nation and Islamic nation to set the steps for this agreement and for working together as partners with the United States in reaching peace. He said that generations starting today will witness changes in the region, and it's the golden era for the Middle East. The U.S. president also said that the Gazans will start to build their own countries. They will forget hatred and they will start to look for building their lives for a better future. He also talked about the role that would be played by the Arab and Islamic nations in order to help in the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip, which was almost totally destroyed during the past 2 years, which was a real nightmare. He said that he talked about himself, that he is a man that hates wars, and he worked for peace. To shed the light on the peace summit taking place in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, we are joined over the phone by Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Ambassador Shalaby, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Ambassador Shalaby, a very important peace summit taking place today in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, hosted by Egypt and the United States, with the participation of more than 20 world leaders and heads of organizations. The significance of this summit for the peace in the Middle East?
Well, of course, this is a day of peace. It is a breakthrough that Egypt has been looking for during the past 2 years, a ceasefire that will stop all the wars between Israel and Gaza, and I'm sure that all the world is celebrating with Egypt this day, where peace will be consolidated by the agreement, the Gaza agreement that will be signed today, the peace agreement. This is a true achievement. And it is getting full support from the Arab, from the Islamic, from the European leaders, and the whole world. So, as you were mentioning, that the peace agreement will open the door for hope for a comprehensive and lasting peace in the Middle East. So let us all pray that this page will be over, the war and the conflict. We will end the decades of conflict in this part of the world, and will look up to the peace that will be signed. This is, of course, the first stage of the peace agreement, but we are looking forward to the second, third stage, where Gaza will be rebuilt, where the people who were displaced will go back to their homes. There will be no genocide, no killing without reason. There will be the Gazans will go back to their home. Will have the chance to rebuild their homes, and of course, all the countries in the region will help to rebuild Gaza. Not only the rich countries, but also Egypt has put a plan in order to rebuild Gaza, together with all the countries who are seeking peace in the Middle East.
Yes. Ambassador Shalaby, how does the summit is reflecting Egypt's pivotal role in achieving peace and stability in the Middle East region?
Well, this is a great moment, a very constructive, very positive moment in the history of the Middle East, where the International Peace Summit, which will take place in Sharm el-Sheikh today, this afternoon, is going to take place, and Egypt will be co-chairing with President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, together with the U.S. President Donald Trump, will be co-chairing this summit with participation of more than 20 countries. So Egypt is really moving from being a mediator to being a bridger of peace. And it will never leave one stone to be turned in until all the efforts to achieve peace and stability in the Middle East, and will open a new era for regional security and stability in the region. So this is a big, big success for Egyptian diplomacy and for Egyptian presidency, and I'm sure that Egypt's role as a bridger for peace will be a center for the whole world. Sharm el-Sheikh has always been a land of peace, a cradle for dialogue, and a oasis for security. It is actually the heart of the world. If you look at the whole map, Sharm el-Sheikh takes place where all the peace negotiations, all the peace accords took place during the past 50 years.
Ambassador Shalaby, also the summit today is taking place with the chairing of Egypt and the United States and the participation of more than 20 world leaders and heads of organizations. How do you see the importance of such high participation from world leaders and heads of the international organization to the summit in Sharm el-Sheikh?
Well, this is the moment where all the world was waiting for. First of all, the release of hostages who were kept during the past 2 years, since October 7, 2023. And now 20 hostages are released, and they arrived to their home, and this is a big achievement for the peace agreement. The second thing is the release also of the Palestinians who were detained without any reason for the whole 2 years. So now they have a list of all the detainees who have been released and back to Ramallah. So both the Egyptian presidency and the Palestinian president is going to also look after and manage the continuation of this peace agreement, the Gaza agreement between all the parties, Qatar, Egypt,
Yes.
United States, Israel, and Hamas. So the Palestinian Authority will also be following the continuation and the achievement of the 12 plan, the 20-point plan that is supposed to be taking place as soon as the release of hostages and the detainees from the Palestinian detainees, and they will look after benefiting the people of Gaza who suffered many months and days, who have been for 2 years suffering from genocide, from the killings, from forced displacement. So no more forced displacement. And President Trump has promised that the 20 points of the peace plan will take place and will be supported by the United States. So hopefully this plan will be executed and will, after the hostages return and after the detainees are released.
Yes, indeed. Actually, Ambassador Shalaby, today and in his speech before the Knesset, U.S. President Donald Trump talked about the start of a new era for the Middle East, the end of the war, and the start of a new era, a new dawn for Middle East, which will be living in peace, and the nightmare is over, as he mentioned. What's your take on this statement before from the U.S. President during his speech to the Knesset?
Yes, of course, the speech in the Knesset was mainly focusing on the relationship between United States and Israel, and of course, talking in the Knesset for Israeli members of the Knesset, he had to really give them heads up and say a few words for Netanyahu, because for him, Netanyahu, to give up the war was difficult. He had to negotiate with him for many meetings that took place in order to reach this peace agreement. Yes. But on the other hand, coming to Sharm el-Sheikh, he has also mentioned that all the leaders who are coming to Sharm el-Sheikh are looking for a peaceful coexistence in the Middle East. So there has to be a stop, and there has to be a way to give these people a chance to live. So the first stage of the peace plan is taking place now, but we are all looking to a comprehensive peace plan where the two-state solution will have a place on the table to negotiate with Israel how to rebuild Gaza, and how to have the temporary transitional government, the technocratic, apolitical Palestinian committee will be delivering day to day and running the public services and the municipalities in order that the people in Gaza live properly and rebuild their lives after the sufferings and after all what they went through during the past 2 years. It was horrible. And thank God for their resilience and for their commitment to peace and now we are turning the page, and we have to look for economic development to have the Palestinians live properly and live as humans, just like all other nations in the world. They have the right to have their own nation. They have the right to live peacefully, and to have for all the Middle East countries to enjoy the fruits of the peace plan.
Indeed. Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister, thank you so much for your precious input. Indeed, a very important day as the Red Sea Resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, the City of Peace, is hosting the Summit for Peace with the participation of more than 20 world leaders and heads of organizations, and the summit is chaired by Egypt and the United States. Our dear viewers, we'll go to a short break, and after that we'll be back to continue our special coverage for the Peace Summit in Sharm el-Sheikh.
World leaders arrived in Egypt to participate at the Sharm el-Sheikh Peace Summit. The summit, co-chaired by Sisi and Trump, aims to put an end to the war in the Gaza Strip ahead of moving into the second phase of Gaza reconstruction in order to consolidate peace and stability in the region. Figures arriving included Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, Azerbaijan's President Ilham Aliyev, as well as King of Bahrain Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and UAE's Vice President Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Sisi also received former British Prime Minister Tony Blair, Omani Foreign Minister Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Jordan's King Abdullah II, Qatar's Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. He also received Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan upon their arrival in Sharm el-Sheikh. Other arrivals for the Sharm el-Sheikh summit included Kuwait's Deputy Emir and Saudi Foreign Minister Saud al-Faisal, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney.